Hi, I'm Fergus. In today's tutorial, we will talk about the mass messaging framework. This framework is responsible for the messaging and pub/sub features of our SDK. We hope that by the end of this video, you will have learned how to use the mass messaging framework in your project, send messages to users, and handle incoming messages. In this tutorial, we will extend the group management app from before to have messaging capabilities. As before, selecting a group will let us view its members. We have now added a button that allows us to send private messages to an individual member. Another new area of the app is the inbox. This screen shows the list of messages that were received by the current user. So let's take a look at how we'd implement these new features for our app. First, we'll need methods to make message objects and set their contents. After we make messages, we'll need a method to send them to other users. On the inbox screen, we display all the messages we received as our current user. To do this, we'll need a way of listening for incoming messages. Let's open Android Studio and see how we might do this. Our first task for this app will be to send messages to a member. We'll create this method inside the Member Recycler Adapter class. First, we'll get the currently logged in user, then do a search for the recipient user. We'll construct a new mass message object from the text field's contents. We can look through the method list and note that there are several send message methods. I'm going to use the send message method that takes in the mass message object and the recipient mass user object. Very quickly, we are able to send a message to another user. Now let's see how we would handle incoming messages. A user will start receiving messages after calling start listening to my messages. It's also a best practice to stop listening to messages when your app is no longer active. Now that we've subscribed to messages intended for our user, let's take a look at how we would handle received messages. To handle received messages, we can use the standard broadcast receiver class in Android. We'll make a new broadcast receiver with an intent filter that filters for the mass connect to broadcast message arrived value. This is how the SDK filters for its messages. After that, we can recreate the mass message object from the received data, which contains the sender and payload information from before. We can then decrypt the payload to retrieve the original message. As you can see, dealing with messages is quite simple when using our Mobile SDK. To summarize, you've now learned how to construct messages, send them to users, as well as retrieve your own messages. Thanks for watching.